Alright, so today I'm going to teach you guys how to make some strawberry jam on today's episode of Jamming with Joe. So all I've already got it pre-measured out. I've got 3 pounds of strawberries with about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I'm using frozen strawberries. You can use fresh if you want. This is just what I had on hand. I got 7 cups of sugar for this much strawberries. You'll need some jars. These are still warm. You'll want these hot when you put the jam into them. You'll need a funnel for your jars and a ladle and a big pot for all of this. And you'll also need some pectin. So I've got some low sugar pectin that I'll be using, and I'll just post a picture of that so you guys can see what I'm using for my pectin. But other than that, you just dump everything, dump all your strawberries and your lemon juice into your big pot. And then once these all get heated up, I'll break them down and I'll use an immersion blender and I'll turn it into puree. And you want to bring that up to a good boil, and then you add your sugar. So I'll show you guys what it looks like though. Alright, as you can see, the strawberries are starting to melt a little bit and thaw. You can see the lemon juice is starting to thaw. You can see some leftover from the previous batch, but that's okay. You can make as many batches in a row as you want. But it's starting to really thaw, and then I'll show you when we blend it. Alright, so now it's mostly thawed. So I just take my immersion blender and break it down. And then I'll show you. They're mostly thawed, so and this will turn it all into puree. So we want it nice and smooth. But if you like your jelly chunkier, you can just crush it with like a potato masher or something like that. But I like it smooth, so I'm using this. Alright, so now I've got it all blended up, and I'm mixing in the pectin. If you have liquid pectin, you can use that, but I've got powdered, and so that's all I'm mixing in. And then immersion blending it will actually help it go in better even, because you can see I've got some chunks still. I got it pretty smooth, but we'll finish it off though. It'll be really smooth. And then once you bring this back up to a boil, then you add your sugar. Alright, so now that I've got it back up to a good rolling boil, this is when we add the sugar. So I'll dump that in really quick. Okay, now we just dump in the sugar and mix it all in. Stir quick. And once we get it all dumped in, we'll bring it back up to a nice good rolling boil. And once you get it back up to a boil, you just have to boil it for a minute and you're done. And then you dump it into the jars. Alrighty. So now I've got it up to a good solid rolling boil. I can't stir away the bubbles. Now you boil it like this for a minute. I'm hoping it's as vibrant red in the video as it is in real life, because this is beautiful, but on my phone it looks like it's orange almost, but it is definitely red. So now that the jelly is all boiled and set, now we've got to scoop it into the jars. And you fill each jar to about under 1/2 inch from the top. And if you spill a little bit on the side, it's okay. We clean it up after. But we want hot jelly into hot jars, because that way the jars don't crack. So you can smack together. And with this measuring cup, you'll fill basically right to the bottom of the funnel. And I'll come back when these are all filled. Okay. So I've got all my jars filled. So now I've got a paper towel that I've got wet with just some apple cider vinegar. And you want to go around each of these jars, clean off any jelly that you spilled on the rim, and it also helps sanitize the jar as well. And this will help ensure that when you can it, you'll get a good seal. So, that's probably pretty boring to watch me sanitize them all though. Alright, so now that I've got all of these jars wiped, put a lid on them. And then you just put a ring on it, like I did 18 years ago. You don't want them too tight, just hand tight is good enough. And then I'll show you how to water bath them so that they'll be shelf stable. And these will be good on your shelf after you've water bathed them for years. But if you don't want to water bath can it, then if you're just doing a small batch, you can keep these in your fridge for quite a long time too. Okay. Now I've got them all jarred up. It's time to water bath them. So, pro tip, if you put a splash of vinegar at the bottom of your pot before you throw them in and put the water in, you won't get a residue buildup after they dry. Got them all in there, got the big ones in there, and then I'll do the small ones after that. So now you just pour in water until you get just above the top of the jars. There we go, got them all in there. So now we got the water on high. So just bring it up to a boil and we'll set the timer for 10 minutes. That's what we're looking for, a nice rolling boil, and we're gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. All right, turned off the heat. Now we pull them out and let them cool overnight. I do this and I drop a little bit of the water off top. And there we go. And we set them on the counter overnight to cool. All right, got them out to cool. And as they cool, you'll hear them pop throughout the night. And that's them sealing. So I'm hoping I can get a pop, but I'm not, probably not yet.